Are they coming to get you?
Who's
Steal
cops?
cars when we're doing the show.
Damn.
Well, that's a fire truck.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Bobby. I'm glad that at, 33 years of age and a job with the fire company, you can identify a fire truck?
SCU. You are now listening to Shattercast Uncut. Prepare to be shattered with your hosts, Matt Baldwin, Skullface, Greg for Mercy, Oscar NJ Boy, T2RX6, Mega 81. Welcome to Shattercast.
Hey, what's up, guys? Episode 20, Shattered Cast. Oscar couldn't be with us today because he just got killed by the Florida Mafia. So, yeah, what the fuck happened to MTV? Fucking Bobby's here.
Yeah, I'm here,
Matt's
and
here.
I hate Real World.
Matt's here.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for having me back.
Justin likes rules.
Yeah, road rules.
Season 1.
Antoine's here.
Antoine's here.
Antoine's here.
What up? Oh, wow.
We're
Dysfunctional.
lost without Oscar.
I think everybody has to leave
lost
now.
without you, man.
All right, how's everybody doing tonight?
I'm doing
Good,
well.
man.
I got picked up Cosmos and Swerve today.
Yeah.
I've been messing with them here, and
How you gonna
yeah, I mean they're not bad. If these were deluxes, even with the same everything, I'd probably be pretty happy with them. Except for I wish there was a little bit more with Swerve, but if this was a deluxe Cosmos, I'd probably be pretty happy with it.
Anybody else get anything this week?
Yeah, I picked up Evasion Optimus and Scorn today. I didn't even open Scorn yet. He's in the closet. And
Why's it got to be in the closet?
cause I'm waiting for all the other Dinobots, man. I told you I wanted Evasion Optimus first.
Yeah. Damn, Antoine. Sorry. Damn.
Yeah, man. What? Damn, man.
We're gonna discuss the movie toys later on in the show and get everybody's input, since it has been Cyber Monday and Cybertron Monday and Toys for Tuesdays and Weak Ass Figure Wednesday and Trash Thursday and
Forget about the movie Friday.
We're not talking about stacks.
Sad Saturday.
Did you get anything, Justin?
I also got the Evasion Mode Optimus. Muffin Top Prime for the win.
Matt, did you pick up anything? I know you did.
A couple. I got Evasion Optimus Prime. I got the Grimlock Voyager, and I got Crosshairs, and that's it so far.
How do you? Well, no, we're gonna get to that later. I keep forgetting that we actually added that. I got the Dinobots, the Generations ones, the Grimlock Voyager, the Scorn and Slag, whatever. And did I get anything else? Oh yeah, I got Gumball.
Yeah, Gumball.
How do you like
that
him?
too.
I got Gumball.
How you guys like him?
Yeah.
Mine is my pal Luke. He won't be out for a little bit. You guys
Well,
like
I
him?
think Greg's the only one that's got him. I don't think Bobby, you ain't got it yet, do you?
Antoine got him.
Antoine got him.
Oh, Antoine got
that's
him.
what he
Okay,
did,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I got him.
Okay.
him.
He's
And
okay. I mean, he's
He's
solid. He's good plastic. It's kind of
He's
plain.
the first Mustang, third-party Mustang ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's accurate too, man.
Yeah. I mean, he's pretty true to the original as far as functionality. Like, I mean, he's got like the goofy ass guns on the back, and like,
Yeah.
he's got a pretty faithful Lin mode. But yeah.
I've seen some pretty cool mods online to take a pink eraser, like your standard number 2 pencil eraser, and take off the blue police tampo, which undoubtedly will make a Repro label set look nicer. I would hope.
Yeah.
And I think I'm going to do that to mine and paint his light bar red to match the G1 toy and stuff like that. But that's later on down the road, of course.
Well, I'm sure that the repro label set will come with a light bar sticker and all that nonsense. So,
I'm sure.
you know how they do.
Shit, good.
It'll be good.
Yeah, he's
I wish I had him. I don't know what the hell is going on with TF Source, but they don't seem to be carrying things on time anymore. Gumball is still not in stock over there, which is
well. It's just like with the when Blitzwing and Springer first came out. Didn't get those motherfuckers. No, wait, no, I take that back. That was BBTS. Never mind. Because I had them on pre-order there.
It almost makes you think that maybe TOC is sort of Warbitron. Just kind of. Who knows? So, you guys hear about the Botcon stuff?
I heard that no one gives a fuck. I mean, sorry.
For some reason they sold out. For some reason, I don't know.
Well, you know why they sold out, and it's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
They only made 215 bag sets this year. So all they need to do is sell out of the boxes, and then it's pretty easy that they're going to run out of bag sets, because, yeah.
So is it FunPub that makes the toys, or Hasbro?
It's, well, FunPub is using
FunPub, yeah.
Hasbro's factories with Hasbro's okay and stuff like that. So,
Hasbro has the final say. I mean, FunPub will probably give out a couple. Here's what we want to do. Can we do this? And Hasbro's like, no, we're going to do that later. And then so FunPub gets the scraps usually for what Hasbro let them do. That's why they can only use certain molds towards their figures, and usually, like I said, they're all recolors, and you'll get a new head once in a while, out of there. So.
The thing is,
they're like. Well, they're like, can we paint this color? And they're like, no. It's like, oh fuck. Well, can we use this mold? And they're like, no. It's like, can we at least fuck the East Coast and have Botcon and not fuck California
yes.
in a row?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if they're just making less, or if people are just that excited. Like, I mean, the Scorponok like response from the fandom is all positive. But it's all positive from people that I don't know, because everybody that I know is like,
Bobby, I love it. I love that Scorponok. Yeah, no, I think it's one of the best things that they've done for a long time.
Oh my god! But who cares if it's one? I mean, like,
I'm not going to order
you
the
know
whole
what I mean?
set
Like,
for
like,
it, but
like,
I think
like the McRib might be the best thing McDonald's has done in a long time. But it doesn't make it like a good meal. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, I know what you're saying, but yeah, I think this is a good thing for them to do. It's a smart choice, and it's the only thing in the set that, in my opinion, actually matters. So
I think it's the diehard Botcon people that actually bought all those sets.
Yeah, kind of. But as far as what Bobby's asking,
I think it looks dumb.
They do. They're making more sets. I mean, they've been making more. I don't know. They claim they have, but they've been making more sets ever since 2008, 2009. They've gone up and said that we've made more sets and everything. And I just think that it sold out because of that one figure. I don't think it's any other figures. I mean, I think. So
do you think they made as many this year as they made last year?
No, they definitely didn't. They've come out and said that they didn't make.
Well, that's just the back set. I don't know. Now, the box set, they probably made more.
Well, I'm sure they have, but the problem is that the bag sets are a huge factor on, what people are ordering, and if they don't have any of them, then, your pool of toys is drastically limited there.
Yeah, that's for the people that can't go. They're called icon sets or something, ion sets or something. You can order, which is usually. Which they kind of screwed them this year too. I think that last year or in the year before, you can order them right when they started selling the box sets. But they waited, I think, 4 or 5 days afterwards, and then they let them try to get them 250 pieces left, which they were already almost sold out anyways, because the other people that were buying the box set could buy a loose bag set also. Yeah. So they screwed the people that couldn't go to Botcon to get their set.
And how much is a box set?
This year, I think it's about $400.
So people are buying a $400 set to mainly get the Scorponok figure,
right? And they're going to try to respend that for about $300 probably.
Which is basically a Voyager.
It is. It's a big, decent sized Voyager. Yeah, Scorponok.
Okay. So, and we got Perfect Effect coming out with a Scorponok. For probably around $150.
That's sexy.
So. I don't know, man.
Well, I mean,
here's the thing, Bobby.
too.
The other thing is there's always going to be the people who are into this is an official, quote unquote, official Scorponok.
Right.
You know, this is a modern
Yes.
G1 Scorponok made by Hasbro, and that in itself will draw names. You know.
I get that,
And to
but
be
my
fair,
thing is like, and not for nothing. If something is well made, I'd probably rather have the official as well for a number of reasons. Just because it's probably going to be more affordable and things of that nature. But like, this does not the Scorponok just doesn't look super good. It looks a little goofy.
right. But to be fair about what you're saying, this Botcon, the Botcon Scorponok was out before we saw the new one. So everybody, they were all bought up before this one. Now, I'm sure if that would have came out before the Botcon set would have came out, it might have been a different, situation. But like I said, the Botcon one, everybody saw it before they saw this one. So I think that's why.
I can also say I do have my Botcon Scorponok locked down for myself. So, yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. That's, like I said, only character I care about from this box set. Everything else is a waste of time. So, and you know what? I figure he's so freaking limited that I'm not going to lose any money on it if I decide not to keep it. So.
Oh, no, you're definitely.
Doesn't BBTS usually sell little boxes of figures separately sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah, but I think it's going to be so limited this time that's probably not likely to happen this time.
Because they still have last year's set and the year set before that still on sale for the same price on BBTS. That's how they've made too many, and that set was all shitty. Which this one is, I guarantee if they wouldn't have that Scorponok in there, this set would not sold out either.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
The two that are drawing names are Scorponok and Devcon. Those are the only two, and I don't even know who the hell Devcon is. They're like, oh, he was in that one episode. I'm like,
yeah, he's a human guy too.
Why do I care about him?
Right. It's weird. Everybody bitches and complains about FunPub, but like I said, I'm at fault too. I buy the shit. Now, like I said, I haven't been to Botcon in 3 years, and it looks like the subscription thing is pissing me off because we're not getting our first figures until June, and I paid for this shit last November.
Yeah,
or I think October or something. So this will probably be my last time. And I might even just I do the split payment, so I have 3 payments. So I may just get the first 2 figures and just cancel it and say I'm done dealing with this shit because I'm tired of waiting a whole year for this crap that I paid for already. So, but Botcon's just weird. I mean, people bitch about them. And
yeah, well, I'm not one of those guys. I'm bitching about it and I'm not buying it. And
right,
but yeah, I agree with you, Matt. Like people will cry all day about it, and then pull their credit card right out of their pocket. And the thing is, like, it must be people that don't have kids, because if you have kids, then if you say no, and then you pull out your credit card, they won't learn nothing.
Right? Yeah. I mean, that's the only way you're going to hurt. People bitch about, I want FunPub to get away from Transform. I want somebody else to come in. The only way you can hurt them is not buy their shit and they go away. That's the only way you can do it. If you keep buying the stuff, they're going to think, hey, we're still, a hit with these people. We're going to stay and sell more shit. So yeah,
those are usually the diehard fans of them, though.
Yeah, really I mean, there's some diehard fans. You can see them at Botcon. Yeah. Anyways, what we got? Third-party news now?
Yeah, I guess it's time to move ahead. Shapeshift is making a legend scale Fall of Cybertron Ironhide to go with the Titan class Metroplex. So now you can have your Seekers and an Ironhide, and
still not give a crap.
And I can still sit here and not give a fuck, not even a little piece of a fuck.
I saw this one picture.
But it's very accurate. No, I'm kidding.
I saw this one picture online where I don't even think it was Shapeshift, but it was a company who posted like a ton of little, G1-esque bots in front of, all computer renders, but in front of Metroplex. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. But, like this Fall of Cybertron, War for Cybertron, whatever, and like to not even really look 100% accurate, yeah, it's kind of strange, Yeah, it's not doing it for me.
I'm also like I'm concerned about the price point. We haven't seen one price point. They got like 1,000 fucking figures announced for falls. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like today, the guy posted about the smoke screen and blue streak and proud thing earlier.
Yeah.
Eh,
I mean, it's just the same. It's just like we talked about last week. It's
yeah.
you know, if like, and I think like I made a comparison that like these are people that like Marvel Universe figures instead of Marvel Legends figures, and like if you want, if this is you, you're like finally a fucking group of small ass figures for me to play with. Then the good news is it seems like a lot are coming. So congrats. Things are looking up for you.
I just really wish Hasbro would do these because, like, their Legends Jazz, the G1 Legends Jazz, is a good freaking toy. Like he's a nice little Jazz for $6-7, whatever he costs. But like,
yeah, well, I think that's kind of the charm of Hasbro these days. Like, the smaller the figure gets, the better they end up being.
it is possible. Yeah.
They got cut corners somewhere.
And the bigger the figure gets, the more ridiculous it ends up being.
Right.
Like a leader class Grimlock. Do you have a thought on this, Mr. Greg for Mercy?
Yeah, I think people should stop being fucking pussies.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. We're talking about Shane. That was just a quick little shout out to Phil and Jim from the Cybertron Cafe. You're interrupting me with your bullshit, so I'm gonna
shout out.
I'm gonna call you out.
Hey.
I told you last week, dude. I don't give a fuck about that company.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking detrimental to the fucking third party market. I mean, I'm gonna say it. If that's your thing, it's cool. It's not my thing, and I'm not here to fucking pander to your fucking feels. I mean, that's my opinion. Right. Like, it's just stupid. Sorry.
What else have they made before? Shapeshift?
No,
is that the name of the company?
This is their out the stable project.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, they haven't done those Seekers yet?
Nope.
They're not out.
No.
Can I be honest about something?
Yeah.
I was really hoping I was going to click the link and see like a Hound repaint, an Impactor repaint.
Oh.
Well, I think that if they went to scale and they started doing some like if they did some mini bots.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, you can, this still kind of works with Metroplex and it works for your regular stuff. How does it sound? Like, they'd have a little bit more of my support, but this is just, and the Seeker thing is just, it's a scaled down knockoff. And I don't know, is this Ironhide, is this the same type of thing? I don't know that much about.
No, there's no Ironhide.
That's a new one.
So props to them for this, but the Seeker thing is just a scale, it's a scaled down knockoff, and it's just not my bag, man. I'm a third party advocate, but I'm not for people just fucking stealing molds. I'm not for thievery. I'm not I have fucking morals. I'm not for just flat out thievery. And that's what this is, and that's what the Striker is. And I hate to be the one to tell you if you don't know it, but that is somebody stealing someone's design. The third party thing for me is that people are making original designs of stuff that Hasbro should be doing. Now, that to me is an artist, painting a picture of Batman. He didn't create Batman, but he created this piece of Batman. Do you know what I mean? And that is legitimate art in and of its own. And that's kind of how I feel about most third-party products, but not stuff like that Striker and not stuff like scaled-down knockoffs. That's just...
I don't buy any knockoffs at all. So.
Now, can I call a foul on you, Bobby?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
You've got those eye-gear cone heads.
That's true.
Yeah,
but there is, and not for nothing, there is some...
There's improvements and stuff to the mold, so...
And if Hasbro would have made them...
Yeah, absolutely, they would have been purchased. So it's kind of, to me, and here's the thing, going to the Strika thing we were talking about, if you're a fan of Strika, I can understand why the KO thing is probably, you're super excited about it, and that's great. But it's like that Gear Seekers. I can look past the fact that they stole somebody else's mold because Hasbro just refused to do it. But, yeah.
And at least they put some spin on it.
Yeah.
There's something there. Anyway, but let's talk about the hot third-party news of the week, which is KFC Cyclonus.
This is hot?
I would say it's the hot news.
It's a hot mess.
It's the hot topic. It's the big third-party news, I think, of the week.
I hope it comes with shampoo.
I think like at KFC we've all been very outward about our opinions about their products in the past, but I mean I think this looks the part.
Sure.
And I'm guessing that's his target master.
Yeah, he come with 2 guns in the target master. I think.
I'm not a big fan of more guns than you can hold, but I dig. This comes down to scale and price for me, but
why does he have to be a target master?
Well,
why can't it just be the regular Cyclonus?
Well, because it doesn't have to be, but it's a nice added bonus.
Okay, I understand that.
I mean, the same thing could apply to the classes Cyclone. Why do you got a target master with him? Why you can have been?
I understand. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to, but like I said, it's thrown in a bonus. Hey, we got this. So, yeah.
Now, Bobby, in terms of scale, they've already said that this guy is going to be the About Voyager size, so it pretty much counts you out at this point.
Probably.
And with that in mind, there is no official Galvatron that matches the height of this guy. So the one you have to go against is
toys.
Yeah, the unique toy. So is this going to be the same size as him, or is he going to be bigger? Because if it's bigger, then it doesn't fit there either. And frankly, I don't know. For my personal collection, I'm okay with the classics. Whatever his name is, Cyclonus, because I think he looks like pretty good. He's like one of the best engineered classics toys that Hasbro's released, so I don't really feel the need to replace him. So
I hear you. I do think that this looks better than that. Just from this, just mold wise, not necessarily like when the paint and all that is applied. That'll be at a recess.
Yeah, we'll see.
Obviously. But I do think that this. I mean, I don't think it's leaps and bounds improvement, but I do think it is an improvement. Greg, put down your fucking phone, man. Let those guys work it out and throw your hat in on this one.
We're not.
Jesus fucking Christ. Look, I can't, because every time they fucking want to fucking slap each other on the fucking ass, my phone starts vibrating and it cuts out the audio, so I can't even hear what you guys are saying.
Well, what do you think about Cyclonus?
This
KFC?
is just shut the fuck up. This is just an upsized deluxe, right? Is that what you guys were talking about earlier?
Yeah, it's Voyager size. It's gonna
Voyager.
be.
And it's a new design.
Antoine, did you say that one of the hands are still closed up? Like one's closed up just like the other one?
Yeah, the Cyclonus, from the classes one.
It looks like the right hand is closed and the left hand is...
Yeah, fuck that. That's stupid. I want a nice Cyclonus to go with my fucking Mania King, but I don't want a fucking knockoff. I don't want a fucking piece of shit. I'm already buying it from the most notorious knockoff company out there.
But I don't think it's a knockoff, though.
No, it's not a knockoff. I'm just saying why the classic one had that.
It's a new mold.
Yeah.
Well, then that's what I'm saying, though, but it's got the same faults, right? So make a better fucking figure if you want my $100.
I'm actually not. I don't think that one of the fists is closed. I think Antoine's only talking about the classics one, because this guy's most definitely holding his 2 guns. So I don't know how that would be possible with a closed fist.
Oh well, that's what I asked.
I thought you meant just the mold where the hand was with you know what I mean? Like you can have a closed fist with a peg hole in it.
No, I was saying that why the classic one had one way.
I never had the classics one. That's just not for me. But I do think it is one of the better looking. But it's still it's not quite good enough.
I don't want to say. I just know why Cyclonus. I know only thing that I could think of. What y'all saying is to go with your a third party Galvatron, which will be the Mania King.
Right, and that's a hot figure.
But
like people.
I mean, the classic one is just it's awesome. I mean, they reused it too many times, and I have a couple of the molds and everything. But
they made strafe out of it.
I mean, what could you do to make it look better than what the classic is?
Well, it's a deluxe.
The classic one's just. Well, I know, but
people wanted to go with their Mania King.
But that deluxe looks so. The deluxe looks like Cyclonus so well.
I think I don't know.
Pay $100-some.
There's
I hope it's got, like I said, I hope it has shampoo in it.
Your deluxe Cyclonus probably looks ridiculous next to your Mania King.
Actually, it looks pretty freaking awesome next to Mania.
I think it looks pretty ridiculous. I've seen people's pictures. I'm just being honest. I think it looks too small.
In the show? What's the size difference between Cyclonus and Galvatron?
Don't fucking get this thing started.
I have no idea. To be honest.
All right, I figured I had to turn off the vibrating. I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry,
I'm just
guys.
saying. That's just me. I'm having my classics now. It just matters what the price is going to be. You're probably talking about $120 for this, maybe.
For this? No.
Really?
No, I'm
Absolutely.
guessing. No, I'm guessing.
80?
I'm
Are you
guessing
going
this is
to
going to
throw
be
an
around the same kind that Perceptor was.
$50?
No way.
Perceptor?
You know?
No, Perceptor was he's a deluxe size. No, this is probably going to go probably for like $90, probably.
I would say 90 at the high end.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
How much is their Voyager shark bots?
The
Except
KFC?
Yeah,
They don't have them.
Yes, they do.
Oh, they were $89.
Yeah, 89.
So yeah, you're probably looking at about
Yeah,
$90
90.
probably.
Don't forget
that's-
their Citizen Stack is more expensive than the base price on a MP Magnus. So
Yeah, well, that's a much ridiculously larger figure. Like, I don't know. Man,
I want to see the
KFC
colors on it too. I want to see the colors. I want to see it be.
I think that this
Okay.
thing definitely fulfills a niche. Like, I think there's going to be people who like it. I'm just personally fine with my classics. I don't care enough for the characters to want to change them. Galvatron needed something because Galvatron's classic
No,
mold
what about-
sucked. But
Yeah, that was terrible.
this one, whatever, I'm fine with it. So it's a pass
Galvatron's
for
not
me.
a tank.
Oh, he's in the new one, I think.
Oh yes,
Tom-
well, I don't know.
he
The
is
classic
that
mode of
last
Galvatron
issue.
is terrible. That's probably one of the worst classics out there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I get this. I get the need for this. I do.
Right, I do too. I just,
You know, it's just because Mania King has become so popular. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen a bad review of him.
he's
you
in my
know,
pile.
Yeah, you don't have him yet?
No, he just doesn't scale like that for me. But I like, you know, I think that he's probably a quality figure. There's a lot of quality figures. I'm having a hard time with the Fort Max, the Perfect Effect Fort Max, because he's just like, you know, it's not the Fort Max that I want. But I mean, everybody says he's great, so, and especially people who I trust. So I'm guessing that he's great. But that's why this Cyclonus is coming, just because, you know, everybody fucking loves the Mania King, and you know, it's just KFC. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's you know, it's KFC bottom feeding. I think, you know what I mean? Like, ooh, you know, people need something to go with something
I hope
good.
Here we come. Yeah.
Well-
I mean, I just hope it doesn't look so fucking cheap and tacky.
Here's KFC stepping up to fill all your second place needs.
Well, and and Justin's gonna say something, and that's fine. But X Transbots, I mean, they've got the whole movie, the Armada in the works too. So I mean, they were
What?
so we can see what they come out with.
What are you talking
You know, the Armada, like Cyclonus.
Oh, okay.
about? Oh, are they?
Yeah, it's on the back. Well, I mean, look at the. Well, you don't have it yet.
Every time on the back of with Willie and stuff. I ain't talking
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
that would probably be the. Oh, that's X Transbots though.
yeah, that's what I said. X Transbots.
Yeah. So I just said, you know, Justin's already.
Well, that's why I just said. He's gonna
Right,
take
right,
that.
right. It's all making sense to me now. It's all making sense to me.
Yeah, but that isn't that Masterpiece?
Is it?
I hope so.
Well,
I
now,
mean,
Trans-
I'm just saying
Oh.
they're making something too. That's my point.
now we're talking.
So-
I wouldn't.
Just-
I don't know if I'd want a full-sized Masterpiece
Yeah,
X
we got-
Transbot. Just saying.
Didn't your buddy design that one?
Yeah, that's what makes me sad.
That's not a company.
There is a new render form add-on kit for Toy World Orion to get. Was it a new head? Pause.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And it's only available at Toy Dojo.
Toy Dojo.
Yeah.
I do have respect for Toy Dojo because I think they were the first ones to stand up and say we're not going for the Warbitron madness.
Yeah.
So I just respect their stance on it. I still love it, but I still love Warbitron, unfortunately. But
Got much respect,
but I can't help but respect their, you know, like you know, I like people that draw a line in the sand. I can totally dig that, but I don't feel like this is needed.
I really don't think it's needed. The head is not I don't know. I can see why people would be unhappy with the Orion head, but I don't necessarily think that this is the head that I would put on to replace it. Like, it still feels too small, and, you know, I don't know. It's not for me.
Right.
I'm not getting it. So. And the only thing that comes with is the head, right? There's no guns or anything else like the normal.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like
For the head.
if anybody's ever been to Baltimore Street in Baltimore, they'll be very familiar with the idea of $20 head, and it's very similar to that.
That's how much the head costs, $20?
Yeah.
On
I
an
need to go to
expensive
Baltimore, man.
on an expensive night.
You go Baltimore.
It's Baltimore. Right for the little history lesson about Baltimore. There's the street. It's South Baltimore Street, and it used to be like blocks and blocks and blocks of strip clubs, and it was called the Block. And there's actually a YouTube documentary about it, like when it was like raving in the 70s, and it ends at a police station at the end of the street.
Yep, literally.
And it has now kind of become pretty run down, and it's like only like literally like a block now, maybe 2 blocks. The Hustler Club is on it, which is like Larry Flint's club.
Yeah.
But like nobody goes in there because it's like $30 to get in the door. There's like glass ceilings and all this fancy nonsense. But like everybody kind of goes there for like the scum bucket places that are on the block where it's like no cover charge, and and then you just you buy a drink. But it's known for its strip clubs and its prostitution and so forth and so on. But it ends right at a police station, so like everybody's always pretty nervous about anybody who doesn't look or is like, you get eyed up walking in the door, by the staff.
Well, I know where I'm going when I see Bobby. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take it down there. Actually, it's a tradition that my wife and I go there on our wedding anniversary.
That's awesome.
Really?
Yeah, like we go there. We go with like a couple groups of friends and like hang out and make it hail. But anyway, so moving right along, because nobody seems to really have any sort of interest in that fucking Orion.
I don't have Orion, so I don't really have, and I'm not paying $20 for a head when I can get it free at home. So.
It should come to fucking head joke, really.
Render form Death Source add-on kit.
Well, I was gonna say it should come with a gun, and I had a suggestion, but whatever.
Oh, go ahead, go for it. By all means, open it up.
It's fine.
No.
Do it up, Preggers. Don't be depressed.
If it came with the gun, and like if it came with, I don't know. I mean, anything else? Maybe like new window pieces to slide in since those pop right out, or something like that. It'd be worth the $20, but not just for a fucking head.
Yeah, and you know what? That's a good idea because they could totally make some kind of like cap to go on the center window to flush them out. All that stuff. Yeah, that's a good idea.
But don't ask me because I don't know what I'm talking about.
No. I don't know if you're.
I'm not talking about you guys. I'm talking about all the ideas.
Oh yeah.
I'm playing the role. I'm going to be that guy tonight. I'm going to be that salty fucking dad that doesn't have his kid. Doesn't have my own house and all that shit. That's going to be me tonight. Problem?
No, not at all.
Nope.
I don't want any problems with you, Gregory. I've seen what you do.
I've just...
Images for render form Death Czar, Death Source conversion kit for Predacon's Rising Darksteel.
Looks pretty good.
Don't care for this also.
Yeah, I don't care for it, but it looks pretty good.
The design this had a lot of good things to say about a thread I saw. But I don't like the head at all.
Yeah, it looks weird. It doesn't look great. It looks too small. I don't care for the face. Yeah. I don't know. I think I'm going to just go, if I replace the head on mine, because I do have this toy with the Repro label.
Remember, this is an opinionated podcast. Don't take it to heart.
Yeah, we are people with strong opinions, which is why we decided to do a podcast. So if you're not looking for strong opinions, there's plenty of other places to go.
And if you can't form your own off of what I'm saying, then I'm sorry. You've got a problem if you need to lean on everybody else's opinion.
Right.
But I would rather get the Shapeways head than this, I think.
I'm with you. I think this has a little bit of a Beetlejuice swag going on with the fucking the little baby head on top, and I don't think that it looks bad.
I do.
Just I don't think that the head itself looks bad. I just think that it looks bad on this body. I don't think it's
Because he's bulky.
It's shit design. I just look at it like this is way too small for this.
And I'm just going to be on the opposite side of the spectrum and say I think it looks bad.
And I don't think that is there anybody out there that really needs their like? I guess maybe there are. But
I mean, ever since
who
that,
has fucking Transformer Prime toys that are like, you know what? These need improvements. Fuck all the other cool stuff that they could do. Let's fix the Prime line.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say. I don't understand why there's a need to fix a current line that you still can find in the stores to fix these so far right now. It's like, especially that one. I mean, I can understand because it's a Target exclusive. You can't really, unless you have a Target, that's the only place you can find it, I guess, or online. But why so much effort to put the repro labels are just as good enough on their own without needing a new head. But I think it looks all right.
I disagree. I think the repro labels make a need for a new head because if you want to consider it a Prime RID thesaurus, then it's fine just as it is. But if you want to actually try to throw it on classics, it's not good enough that way. In which case you do need a head, but I don't think that this is the best option. So, and I like the render form stuff. Like I have the bump and hubcap or whatever, hub scout, whatever they call them. And I think they're awesome. I just don't think that this is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I understand. Yeah.
Gregory?
I already told you. I think the head looks like stupid. I mean, the gun's all right. It's not worth what it's going to cost.
Do they have a price?
No.
You know it's going to be. It's going to be $25.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I would say a minimum.
And you know what? To be honest, like while I like the quality of the render form stuff, I almost always hate the manner of trying to acquire it. Like, I know he's just one dude, but I'm sorry, your website thing kind of sucks. So, I respect you, Banksta. You're a good dude. I just think that your order process sucks. So.
He's coming to get you.
That's fine. Whatever.
Does he listen? That'd be awesome if he did.
Yeah.
We'd love to have him on the show. If he's, we could talk about the thought process behind it. But some pretty big news though.
Fuck yeah.
Is the retooling, hopefully, it looks like it, of Perfect Effects Warden into Perfect Effects Scorponok, or whatever they're deciding to call him, Lobster, or whatever they decided to go for. But we all know who he's supposed to be.
Stalker.
And it looks good enough for me to want to get Warden even more now.
Nope, not for me.
What?
You don't like it?
I do not. I don't.
Why?
I don't care for the red and black on this guy. I just don't think it looks as good as the original colors, personally. Which is weird because I really like the Brave version of Fort Max better than the regular version of Fort Max. I think he's a more impressive figure, but yep, this doesn't do it for me.
Oh yeah. No. Looks good, but no.
I think it. I don't know, man. I'd have to see. I got to see a finished picture, but the head reminds me very much of a fan's project. Just the almost like weird wolf head.
Huh.
Well, the whole thing is a very solid product. We're talking about the Guardian, or are we talking about Scorponok?
Deathstalker.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misheard.
Scorponok figure? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
My bad. Then yes,
Did I skip
Scorponok I'm
ahead?
in on. I think.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about
you were talking about the Guardian.
Oh,
Are we talking about Scorponok or the Guardian?
Yeah, Scorponok. I'm talking about Scorponok.
Okay,
I'm
the
sorry.
Scorponok, I'm all in.
Yeah,
for
me
this
too.
one.
I'm
I'm
definitely
in
in.
for that.
Even though I pre-ordered the Botcon one, I'm definitely in on this one too. Because Warden is so super impressive that I can't not have this too.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see pics and color and stuff of it and all that stuff.
Yeah, this makes me want to toss Gale to the side and just say good enough,
Just for now.
because it does look.
He's going to be pretty big though.
But my only worry is, like, I
Potential
kind of
size.
feel like the transformation of Warden was a little bit forced.
Yeah, they have to take the time on this one.
I don't think that's going to be a problem, man. I think the fact that he does have the Scorpion thing going for him. Like, what does Fort Max have outside of a city? Besides a city that's lying down, or you fold the ramps up and call it a spaceship,
Right. Right.
So,
Yeah.
I think this time I don't expect to see like a city mode in this one at all. I just think you're gonna get Scorpion and the headmaster and such. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean
Do you think that
which is fine with me.
Do you think this will also turn into a head for Scorponok?
No, because there's no
Because
precedent
of the
for
size
that.
difference.
Yeah.
No,
I think the head is compatible with the G1 though.
You think?
Yeah, the headmaster.
Oh, the
should
actual
be,
headmaster.
Mhm.
Yeah, the actual head. Yeah.
See that? Like that's cool.
Which also does offer something pretty interesting for anyone who has a Scorponok body that's missing the head, because it's probably cheaper to buy this than it is to buy the actual Scorponok head,
right
and it looks better than that stupid headmaster with visor. So that visor's terrible.
Greg, I skipped ahead by accident, but what do you think of the Perfect Effect Scorponok?
Oh, I like it. I mean, I really like the Warden, so I mean, we don't know a whole lot about it. I mean, it's when it comes out, depending on when it comes out, how much it costs, and all that good stuff. I mean, I'm down.
One thing
I can have just 2 figures on it. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Now, is this guy in the comic or just their take on it?
It's just their take on it.
Oh, okay. Is he even in the comic?
I'm not sure. He's not a major character if he is.
I don't think I've seen
He might have been referenced. I don't think so.
He's all sorts of in Regeneration 1, which is like I'm reading also, so like I get them all confused.
Oh yeah. Well, he was prevalent in the
in the Marvel
continuity, because in America they only got to he was only in that like 2 episodes.
Right.
They had to get their money somehow. They had to milk it for what it was worth, so they put him in the comic.
He was also fairly prevalent in the previous IDW comics, like before that whole reboot that they did.
Oh yeah,
because he's in like which one? One with Sunstreaker, where he crippled Sunstreaker. So he's kind of tied to this continuity, I guess. Just
yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not like a major player now.
Right, he's not major anymore. It's like a couple years ago now.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to see the rest of it because God damn, I'm excited. I hate to.
So everybody's gonna get them then?
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
The one thing that's interesting is I saw
he's gonna be probably about $150.
Maybe 80.
When I saw this guy, people were talking about him reusing the treads of Warden, and I just don't think that's what's going on.
That's way bigger than that.
Yeah, I mean, like, if they put out this thing to show the scale between their 2 toys, like, there's no way that those treads are actually Wardens, So.
You don't you don't think those are the same treads?
No.
Huh.
Warden is sitting right next to him in their own
scale
picture. Like, those treads are 2 completely different sizes.
Let me look at it real quick.
Unless their scale is just completely, they're lying about the scale.
Scorponok's a good big.
I think
he's a lot bigger than Warden.
Oh, I see. I didn't even take it as a size comparison.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
He's like MP10.
No, I'm doubting that this is. Maybe. I hope so. I hope it's this big, but I'm doubting that this is a size comparison.
No, I think it is size.
I feel like it's.
Why would they put him next to him?
Yeah, it's totally intentional.
Why would
to
they
do that?
My only thing that I can say is it's just a reference.
Bobby, stop fighting.
If you're gonna ask me a question, you gotta let me answer it. Fucking Bill O'Reilly.
Stop fighting it.
Oh, that's right.
I think that they put him next to him just to say, like, look, we're making this out of this.
No, that's a size comparison. There's no, like I said, there's no reason why they would put him up next to him.
Well, that's awesome then. That's awesome.
Because, like I said, yeah, he's about MP10 size at least.
Things to also keep in mind is that to be a headmaster for G1 Scorponok, his head has to be bigger. Like, bigger than the Warden head, just because Warden fits on top of the little whatever carrier bot or whatever they call it for Fort Max. But the Scorponok head, the headmaster sits inside this like really stupid helmet thing that is like makes the Headmaster probably like another like 25% bigger. So
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, if that's what it is, that's great. But I don't know why they would put treads on them and all that shit unless it was just a retooling.
All I was going to say was before you answered the question, stop looking for things you fucking don't like and try to fucking find things you do like.
You fucking try to charge me with that all the time. That's not the case. Like, because I'm okay with it. I'd already swallowed that, so to speak, that idea that was okay.
Hey, wait. Can I ask what makes you think them are treads? Them could just be, blocks of stuff. I mean, they don't have to actually be treads back there on his back.
yeah,
I suppose them could be blocks, but them do look like treads to me.
They look like treads.
Matt the Hasbro fan is used to kibble. He's used to explaining it away.
Yeah. It's just like you see the middle bit of the quote unquote tread, how it like goes up a little bit, and then you look over at Fort Max's and theirs goes up a little bit in the middle.
It's rounded.
Deluxe.
Yeah. No, I'm looking. It may be treads. Yeah, I see what you're talking about, but you could also. I mean, I think they're different treads. I mean, they're just different for him. They may just be.
I just don't know why they would do that.
I don't know why they would put it next to another product of theirs for if they weren't doing a size comparison. That'd just be stupid.
Maybe just to say, look, we're making this from this.
Nah. Well, why would they make it bigger like that then?
Yeah, that is a good point. That's why I'm saying maybe it is. That you got me. I don't know for sure. I'm just saying that that to me, like if they spent, I'm guessing, a lot of money on this design, and now all of a sudden they announced two things in the same week, and one of them is definitely a repaint. I'm guessing that this is just a retool. That's just my guess. I
hope you're not. I mean, I understand, but I hope you're wrong. I mean, because I'm really looking forward to this. I mean,
I do too.
I'm not sided with anybody. I'm not looking at that fucking silhouette. I'm looking at the actual headmaster, and I'm going with what Justin said. If you look at the bot mode, you can clearly see there's no outer helmet. That is the head, and if it's going to fit the Scorponok, then it has to be at least a third bigger than the Warden head.
Right.
And that's
we'll
awesome.
See.
I want it to be big. Pause.
Pause.
But I do want it to be. I do want it to be big. I don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I just don't know why they'd have the treads. I don't understand. I don't understand the marketing of this. I mean, let me put it that way.
Well, you can't put it in city mode, so you got to have treads.
Well, I think in the cartoon, when I don't know, I guess he walked on his, his legs and everything. Maybe that's just, tread for the Scorponok, just to roll around. I mean, instead of giving him a bot,
right?
Instead of giving him a city mode.
You mean just like they have treads for Fort Max?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Man, fuck all y'all.
Or maybe, look, now here's a better argument. Maybe he is bigger because look how much the treads are sticking up out of Warden, and they're not sticking up that far out of Scorponok, so they're the same treads on a bigger bot.
Hope so. I hope it's a whole different.
There's a better argument. I see. I'll argue your side against me from now on, Deluxe. I'll make a better argument.
The treads still bigger though.
I will kick you in the tank right now.
Every time we talk to Matt, we got to go to court, man.
What'd you say, Greg?
I mean, even if that's the case, the treads are still bigger in the other picture.
Yeah, they look a lot fatter than the other ones.
Are you calling me fat now, you motherfucker?
Yeah, I can't call you fat because I'm fat, so I can call a fat person fat.
Okay, so let's look at the Guardian then.
No. Let's go back to calling me fat.
Oh my god. I want to hug you, Greg, so bad. I can't wait till fucking October.
Damn. If we're going by fucking body size, I'm going to start calling you Masterpiece.
Call me Masterpiece.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm giving Bobby a fucking fight. This conversation.
You call her Matt?
That was good.
On the Guardian.
Let's go on to Guardian. Guardian is not for me.
Nope, not for me either. That's like what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, go ahead now with it.
I prefer the Brave Max colors on the actual original toy, like, I think Brave Max looks like a much better city than Fort Max. But on this toy, it doesn't work. Like, I'm okay with Fort Max not being a city and all that stuff like this. Just the Brave Max doesn't work at all to me. Some people like it. I mean, everybody likes things that have, black recolors going on and stuff, but not for me.
What do you think, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, I like the original toy for what it is. This IDW Fort Max, like, don't fuck with it. Yeah. It's just like our friends, and I don't want to talk about this without Oscar, but it's like our friends Mach 5. Like, they're obviously making an IDW style Iron Fist. Don't try to fucking make it something it's not.
Right.
Let it be what it is.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that they're riding off the popularity of the mold, and more power to them. If this funds the next project, if this funds Scorponok, then by all means get yours perfect effect. But you're not going to get my money on this one.
And for a fact we're going to get the other one, whatever his name was. What the heck was his name? The Pretender one. Grand, yeah.
Yeah, Grand.
He's coming. So
if they made that, they gotta make Pretender then.
Well, and this is perfect effect. I mean, they recolor their shit. I mean, their mini bots were all recolors, and their RC. How many? What, they get 3 or 4 out of that?
3.
The Arania, was it 3 or 4?
It's 2 direct recolors and 1 retool. So
yeah, so they got theirs out of that.
The tapes, they got the tapes in the perfect effect. They did the tapes.
A trillion of those.
That's what I'm saying. The mini bots,
the camera.
Yeah, the camera. Yeah. Yep.
I love that fucking camera. That shit.
Oh yeah.
Figures
I just wish he was bigger.
Oh yeah, I wish he was bigger, but just whatever.
It's fun. It's a fun little toy. There's no doubt about it.
You can play with that little fucker all the time. That's
no.
intro.
Yeah.
But I'm getting the original Warden. I'm gonna get. He's gonna be in my pile of loot soon. So, but I don't really need a recolor of it. So, yeah. I
don't know though. Once you get that thing and you're riding off the high of just getting that toy, you might buy the recolor.
It's a possibility. I mean, it's a possibility. But how much? Warden's 150, so this is gonna be 152. I mean, damn, that's $300 right there.
If the original was no longer available, I would say absolutely go for it if you don't have it. But since the original is available, it's like, easy pass.
Yeah.
Unless you grew up in RID, Travis.
Like he's listening to this.
Right.
He's already forgotten all about us.
Little people.
No, not really. He fucking messages me every day. That's cool, dude. I don't care what people say. That's cool, dude.
Yeah, he's a cool dude. There's no doubt about it. It was a good time. He fit right in.
He'll be back. Matt,
the TFC that we all have pretty much decided had sold their mold of this Defensor set has had color images of the combined mode surface. I guess.
Good God, this thing is ugly. Jesus Christ on a corn dog stick. I mean, really?
Yeah.
Yo,
it looks like it's a rescue bot. That's all it is. Yeah. It's a fucking rescue bot. I mean, Jesus.
But I was like, what the hell is this?
This scared the shit out of me when you posted that. I was like, what the fuck is that?
It makes me think of in Christmas Story when Ralphie came down in that bunny suit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I had the same reaction that his father had when I saw this for the first time.
Oh, are they going to sell this shit? Really?
I think only knockoff places are selling it.
Oh, okay.
Like Stir Toys and stuff like that are going to sell it just because, like, I guess nobody legitimate is going to touch it. I don't know.
You know what? I freaking love it.
I mean,
God bless you. God bless you, Justin, and this guy, Star Cat or whatever. He thanks you as well.
Well, you know what though?
The reviews.
I do not like it in these colors. So if I get it, it's going to be torn apart and repainted into something more awesome looking. But I actually think the combined robot looks pretty like big and menacing looking. I dig it.
So, how much is it? Is my question.
$75 for the whole thing.
That's a pretty.
Yeah, right.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
Antoine, are you saying
Yeah,
right?
right.
He seriously is $75 for the whole thing. The
Oh,
Dino
shit.
Bots are $75 for the whole thing too, but I don't like them as much.
$75 for all 5 of them? That's
Same
crazy.
quality, because that kind of pisses me off.
Yeah, it does.
Fucking, how much did I pay for Hercules
Yeah,
and Uranus and Prometheus?
Well, I'm
And then
sure
you
it's
buy this
$75
piece of
bucks.
shit for Wes.
I'm sure it's
want
$75.
one
There's going to
ton?
be some plastic quality issues on this guy, but yeah, $75.
God, that's a
Justin,
ripoff.
I am anxiously looking forward to the review.
Yeah, I'll probably end up getting them.
Oh yeah, I want.
and I'll
waiting for
review
the
it,
review.
and then I'll
Oh, yeah.
repaint
Well,
it.
that's $75. That's how I get it.
They're gonna be fucking. See, that's gonna be fucking kids with paper routes getting third-party Transformers now.
Well, and this boils into the same thing that like when we talked about this previously, it's like, you know, if these are like $100 a piece for each limb, like screw that, I'm not interested. But
Right.
$75, you know, a
Yeah,
cool
75
cool looking
for the
combined
set.
robot, you know.
75 for the set is pretty tempting. Like I would just put it on my shelf in the office where all my fire stuff is.
Yeah,
I'd burn it with fire.
I was about to say that.
I'm thinking that these guys are gonna get a coordinated color scheme of like some kind of like black and silver and red, and I think he's gonna make an awesome looking combined robot. Just
I
saying.
mean, not for nothing. It's pretty coordinated as is.
Yeah, but I don't like it like that. It just
You know,
it
70,
looks...
$75 puts a whole different spin on this thing.
Yeah, it does.
When I
It
first
does.
saw this thing, I thought this was Prometheus. I thought what was going to happen was you were going to order the
no.
other 4 bots. They were going to personally come to your house, punch you in the face, take your fucking gumball, and then leave this shit on your couch.
I have
Surprise,
posted,
motherfucker.
I have posted the link in the
Instead
show.
of an upgrade kit, that was going to be the upgrade kit.
That's pretty great.
That was going to be the fist to your nose to go with your wings of Uranus and your fucking Rage of Hercules. It was going to be the fist to your nose.
I
Yeah,
wonder if that's
it's just like,
I
you know,
wonder
it's
if
just like
compatible.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it's just like, you know, half this shit, man. Like, you know, you start. Yeah, I guess, you know, if this was a TFC combiner, this would be $500, right?
Yep.
So like, this is like a fifth of the price. You know, less than a fifth of the price. Like, if you start doing that to a whole bunch of shit, you'll see a whole bunch of shit pop up in my house. I'll have the Impossible Toys hubcap, and you know, I'll have all sorts of shit popping up in my house for a fucking fifth of the price.
So it kind of bears the question: why is it $75 and the other
Because
one?
this is not going to be made of the same.
It's going to be
standard.
hollow
It's gonna be
plastic.
knockoff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be knockoff material or quality.
Oh,
That's what it's gonna be.
You
That's
see
the only reason
where
why.
this guy is this picture of this guy, like it's on like a little desk, and it's in like obviously like an office floor. There's 30 other people on this floor that have similar shit sitting in front of their desk that they're all making at the same time out of this little factory, and that's why it's going to be fucking $75. Some of them include Dinobots, TFC Dinobots. Other ones will include. I think somebody's making the leader class Grimlock from Age of Extinction at the other day.
I bet Strika's there too. Probably.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. There's a striker hanging
Someone
around
has
there
a Strika.
somewhere.
I think Hasbro subcontracted these guys to make that Grimlock leader class.
all right. It look like it. It look like it.
Man, fuck you. That shit's got chrome, man.
Bro.
All right. Well, I think it's Deluxe's favorite time of the show, which is Hasbro Takara news. And starting off, Kids Logic 3-meter statues of Age of Extinction. 3-meter statues.
Yeah.
Nope.
How
Jesus
much?
Christ, $13,000 each.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It's a 9-foot statue, so yes.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck that shit.
Hell yeah.
Dude, but if I had like
Buy this.
I'm telling you, if I had $13,000 to blow, you might see an Optimus Prime in my basement.
$13,000 for a brick. Come on.
If you a brick guy, how would you transform it if it wasn't a brick? Fucking right, Bobby. If you had $13,000 and you bought this, I'd fucking spend $8,000 on my 13 to have some dude come to your house and knock you upside the head. Jesus fucking Christ! Oh, and it just so happens that it has LED light up eyes. Well, that's fucking awesome. I guess that's right there.
I hope
Then the
they
shield
just
like
plug
up
it into
against
the wall so you don't have to change batteries every 2 seconds.
No, I
Jesus
mean,
Right.
Then your power bill is going to be $1,000 because you're never going to hit that fucking button every 5 seconds.
yeah, that's true.
Jesus
I-
Christ.
I mean, I'm with
Oh,
you.
man.
I just like if I was like filthy rich, like more money than sense, I'd have a fucking Prime in my basement.
Me too.
I've already got a spot for this on the front yard.
Wait. It's life size, so they're implying the Optimus Prime's only how tall is this? 9 feet.
No.
9 feet.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's right there on the picture. It says Optimus Prime life size scale collection.
Yeah,
Huh.
they're mistaken.
Oh, he's going to my front yard. I've already got it pre-ordered.
Yeah, right.
I do.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah,
Where's the
right.
Bumblebee? Is it? That's what we want to buy.
I think we
shout
will, Greg.
out to the guy who just gets the Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think we woke up with Greg this time, man. He's a little feisty now.
There's that motherfucker. You
I
woke
like
me up.
that, man. I
It's
like
not
it.
fair.
Fucking
Oh
like
my
it.
god, that's horrible.
I think
I like how silhouette dude changed his pose. He's got his pipe in his hand. Look at the Bumblebee picture. He's got one hand on his hip, his arms curved upwards because he's holding his pipe. And then he's like, "Oh man, $13,000 well spent."
I think that I don't know, man. I'd rather have this than the leader class Grimlock.
A brick? Come on, man.
I don't care. At least it
Say
looks
a
good.
brick. What if it wasn't a brick? What would you do with it?
Yeah, but you want to
call it-
transform this? You would need
I
like
need you to help with something.
yeah, you need like a hijack, like a high lift jack, and you would need like tools to fucking transform this.
Call your buddies over and be like, toolkit. Like, oh, you open the shed. No, we're transforming.
Oh, man.
If this thing did transform, I wouldn't come to Bobby's house to put washers in. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
we'd have to get like one of those like you had to work on it in the garage.
For $13,000, it better be a fucking Camaro.
And then
wow.
at least it's licensed by Hasbro, because if it was like a $13,000 transforming figure and it was made by Hasbro, I'd be like, oh my god, this thing's gonna be a floppy mess.
Oh, this is terrible, man.
But I mean, it is gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice. It's
Who
nice
else-
looking, but
Who else does this?
I'll take pictures when I get mine, okay?
Okay,
yeah, right.
what other toy franchise does like this sort of like ridiculous shit? Like
Hold
Not
on.
the
here we got a $15 deluxe or
or
a $13,000 1/6 scale Optimus Prime.
Wait, Matt, you're gonna take a picture when you get yours. Did you see that Will Ferrell movie? Thing Must Go,
Which
where the whole movie is him on the front lawn with all his shit because his wife left him. That's
Yeah,
gonna be.
Yeah.
It's on the front yard, nothing but him as underwear. Probably.
I mean, this is like. I mean, I think it is. It's beautiful. Like, it is. It belongs in a museum. Though. Like,
Right.
who's? I guess the
Those are
football player who's
studios.
named Megatron might have one. But that's
Yeah.
This book belongs in a Chinese shopping mall.
yeah. Put it in Action Robo's front lobby of their store.
Oh man, I'm sorry. God, that made me laugh
Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful. I think.
too. But hey, whatever.
It's just.
Yeah, if I bought this, I might as well just get a divorce right next to it. So
It's rough. It's $13,000. I mean, we all thought it's funny because we all laughed at the $1,000 Optimus. We were like, huh.
yeah, that's true.
Now the $1,000 Optimus is looking pretty good.
Yeah, like, man, shit.
Right.
I'll tell you what, listeners, if you want to corner the market on YouTube,
Yeah, get this one.
There's
be the
no way
only one
anybody on
reviewing
YouTube gonna buy this. There's no way nobody on YouTube gonna buy this.
But this is what I will tell the people on
That'd
YouTube.
be
There is
crazy.
no way that your review of this will ever cover the expenses of this.
they just think it does. Don't ruin the mystique.
Okay, so next up is that bathing ape. I can't wait any longer. Bathing ape masterpiece convoy repaint. Now, before we get into this, I want open up the link, everybody. And that's for you guys at home. Okay, now you're looking at it. Okay, so whatever, blah blah blah. And so the first thing I do is jump to the comments, and the first thing I see is RoboGeek28. That's interesting. I think he's about to tear into it, but instead he says, "But I'm waiting on that purple and green one, though."
Okay.
I want the one that looks just like Grape Ape, not Bathing Ape.
Oh.
Oh, Red Alert Rescue says, "Oh nuts! How the hell will I be able to resist buying that? It's green, and green is my favorite." Oh, he's British. Oh, by the way, he's color. He's British. That's why. Not to mention, also it's like Beast Hunters Prime's Alt Mass Division color scheme.
Dang.
Oh man!
I don't understand.
Jesus Christ!
I would totally buy.
I mean, they had messed up before.
Get 150 pounds. That's like $210.
Yeah.
I don't understand any of the bathing ape stuff, let alone this.
What is he, a clothing designer or something?
Yeah.
It's like, here you go. You know less about this shit than we do. What can you?
What could go wrong?
We're gonna get a clothing designer and Michael Bay.
And they keep making them, so it's either these things are actually selling, or the guy who keeps, contacting Hasbro has no idea and just like, yeah, take my money,
So somebody wrote, it's double mint prime.
Fucking Christ, this is stupid.
Green Lantern Prime. That's the only thing that this is good for. Just slap that Green Lantern symbol on the arm.
I did like fan art. I did think that was kind of cool. That had the Optimus Prime Green Lantern. You know what I'm talking about, the Justice League?
Yeah. That was cool.
So, I mean, I guess. I'm trying. I'm trying to have something not to say or not say anything at all, but it's really hard.
Oh, this is so bad.
I knew Hasbro news would perk me up. That third-party shit was depressing.
Yeah.
I have the original, the green one. I have the original Prime.
Oh, you
do?
The
ape one?
Yeah, the Bathing Ape. I paid $300 for that.
Wow.
How much?
About $300.
Dude, I can get eggplant for $2.99 a pound.
I pre-ordered it from BBDS, and I didn't get the other ones. They got a gray one and a red one out now. I won't get those; they're too expensive now. But I thought it, I thought I would like it. It's pretty cool. I never really opened it or anything, but no, I'm not gonna get the Masterpiece one. That's way too expensive. That's just stupid recolor.
So when you got your $300 G1 Optimus Prime, did any tinge of regret go through your head? I mean,
when you opened it up and you looked at it, and inside your head, the little voice went, "Wait a minute, this motherfucker ain't the right color."
It's supposed to be red. No, I didn't have regrets. I still, whatever.
I'm like, what? That's it? Oh hell no! Take it back.
It's camouflaged.
Right, I get it.
I'm in the South.
Because that's what bathing apes are. Camouflage.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's almost too much.
Guys,
it's almost too much.
I just wanted to say that my comedy's improved because I've learned what good comedy is.
Oh boy.
Sorry. Transformers Age of Extinction Lockdown figure has been revealed via a catalog.
Wait.
Oh,
just real quick. No, I'm sorry. It's about this. But I just wanted, before we talk about it, let's look at the comments. All right.
Okay.
Let's look at the comments. This is what I said on Facebook the other day about Transformers nerds not liking to read. Okay, skip the first one. Skip the second one. Okay, here we go. Geppard says, that's clearly his face gun that he's holding in his hand. I wonder if it'll clip over the head. Mecha V says, now here's the $1 million question. Can we attach that gun to his face? Let's see. I like Soundwave says, yeah, that's definitely his face gun. Hoping it'll clip in somewhere. Master Zero says, if that gun can combine with his face, I'm so in, and so on and so forth. I mean, it's just like,
Yeah.
I'm getting this. I don't care what you say. I'm getting it. Lockdown was pretty fucking awesome.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I know. It looks like fucking Starscream for the other fucking movies. Jesus Christ.
The face.
You get a cool bad guy finally, and you do this to him?
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I'm happy for anybody who's in on this, but it's not for me.
Give this to Bathing Ape. At least this looks like a fucking Christ.
It does lead me to wonder why they've never made a Bathing Ape Cybertron Ape Convoy. Just saying.
Uh-huh.
You could come with a little bathtub accessory.
Bathtub accessory? Yeah.
This looks better than that Cyclonus from KFC.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
No,
yes,
it doesn't.
It really...
What?
Yes.
Listen, I'm not in on
that
KFC Cyclonus,
Oh, you did.
and that is just a false statement.
I'm just fucking myself, man. I'm just fucking with you.
Okay,
But
you're off the show.
What happened to the Toy Fair one? Is that going to be a Voyager then? Because the Toy Fair one looked way different, and like it had the mask and all that shit.
I don't know.
I think this is just them trolling us, like giving us this shit, and then like there'll be a Voyager that we didn't know about. I hope so, or maybe this is the kid one, and just someone found this picture and doesn't speak enough Japanese to know the difference. I don't know, or Chinese or whatever.
That face, man, I can't stop looking at it. Like
That face.
oh my god.
That's
It is
a
a
problem.
very strange face.
It's longer than the fucking body.
Oh, it's so bad. It looks like I don't. It looks like something I know. I just can't place it. Like Michael Clark Duncan mixed with Bruce Willis or something. Like it's.
Hey.
It's
Michael
just,
Clark.
Rest in heaven.
rest in peace.
That's
Dang.
Oh.
what the fuck.
Yeah.
Hell Hasbro.
Okay, I'll give you one. It's Michael Clark Duncan mixed with Starscream from the first three movies with the chest of Prime Smokescreen.
I can see it.
You can see it?
I see it.
Look at his feet. It's Starscream.
Yeah, his feet look terrible.
And he's got the gun that the fucking leader Starscream had.
At least he has that long gun, so he'll be able to support his weight because the feet won't do it. So you can kind of tripod him.
The beautiful part is you can just strap the gun over his face and never have to look at it again. I think I killed Bobby.
It's gonna be so, like, can you imagine like you have this figure on your shelf and the gun sticks out so far from his face that like you had to lean him back so far because otherwise he'll topple over. So the gun's like always like it's like a circus person like that has one of those rods on their nose that's balancing like a plate at the end of it.
Who knows? Anybody know MDK? Anybody remember MDK from the 90s? Video game?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, the game, yes.
He had like a gun for a face. Yep. There we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh.
It's like Pinocchio.
Wait,
This is what's telling yourself the fucking movie's going to be good. Every time you say that, Lockdown's gun face gets a little bit longer.
That's crazy, man.
Hell ass, bro.
Yeah.
Don't cry, Bobby. It's gonna be okay.
Only on Shadowcast.
I can't wait for this movie to come out.
I know. God bless you.
Matt is only it's the only thing where
The movie's gonna be really good, and then they're gonna like masterpiece quality toys, and we're gonna look stupid.
Yeah.
You know.
Whoa, Bobby. Whoa.
This has been a rough one for me, man. Ever since every time you say that the movie's gonna be good, his gun gets a little bit longer.
oh no.
Bobby just channeled some other podcasters there with that laugh.
Yes, it is.
Oh shit!
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh
Man,
man,
I start repeating my own jokes. I'm laughing so hard.
that one was a lot to deal with.
It's a lot of laughing gas tonight.
Is that
Oh, now here's something that's not funny. This transforming pen's gonna cost $60.
yeah.
Reality.
I mean, that kind of look cool, but not for that price.
The robot mode looks fucking sweet.
Yeah, I was totally in on this. I'm like, yeah, this thing's awesome. Like, I'm gonna put it at work, you know, like have my little transforming Optimus Prime on my desk while I'm working, and then they're like $60. I'm like, fuck that. Like, no, not in this office.
It looks like they put a lot of work into it. I mean, it looks really well designed and everything. But like I said, I think I told Justin they had these Energon Prime pins for like $5 at Old Navy. And he transformed a little bit, but I mean, this is just $60. God dang!
I wouldn't knock anybody that bought it. I really wouldn't. Like, you know, I'm not going to get it, but like Justin said, like, you know, if keeping it at your desk or something, like if you had this sort of work environment, like that's a pretty sweet fucking thing to have. I dig this. You know, my only thing is like, I hope that you're like the refills that you could buy refills, because if you couldn't buy refills for it,
that would suck too.
That would suck. Or if it, like, imagine if this motherfucker went through the wash. Ugh.
So, well, I think it'd be pretty hard to not realize he's in your pocket, you know, considering his overall bulk. But what price would you peg this at that you would be interested in it if you had just, you know, something?
About $25 for me.
I'd pay 30.
I think I could kick up to 45. You know, if I had the work environment to really utilize it.
Yeah.
I said 15 at first, but you know, and then I think Justin said about 25 ship. That would be a good price.
Yeah, that's where I would land.
The sculpt work on it is just, it's beyond a $20 design. You know, like,
yeah. Plus, I think it's going to be an import, so yeah. I mean, yeah, $40 would be a decent price. I mean, maybe 35 or something.
You know, if it was something that I could use every day, like I wouldn't use this every day, and I lose pens, you know, left and right. Like I'm the worst, and then I can chew on them, and I'd fuck this thing all up.
Yeah. I wanted this so bad. I just
it's too bad. Well, it'll go down in price. I mean, these ain't gonna sell out.
This is the type of thing I actually, after I saw the price on BBTS, I was like, all right, does HLJ or anybody else have it that I can get it for a reasonable price? But nothing so far.
It'll be on their Black Friday sale, I would imagine, like BBTS.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is, I mean, you know, this looks good. Like, the robot mode looks better than most shit that this company puts out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's a solid looking Optimus.
It's like more articulated and everything. Like, you know, like we're not good on cars that turn into robots, but we got this pen shit down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Sorry. Okay. So discussion wise, I thought we could you know, this week the movie figures came out, so if anybody wanted to we'll go through person by person and talk about what we think of our experiences with them, we could start with Antoine. What did you end up getting, buddy?
Yeah, I got the Evasion Optimus Prime and the Dinobot Scorn.
Thoughts, comments, courtesies, or concerns?
Okay. Well, I didn't open Scorn yet. He's in the closet. I ain't gonna open him. I'm not gonna open him up until I get the other Dinobots.
Okay.
Evasion Optimus. He's pretty cool. He's actually a lot better than I thought he would be. Minus the paint apps, but he's alright.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Every time Antoine says in the closet, I always want to sing R. Kelly.
I do too.
That's what I was thinking too.
Just want to start singing.
I was trying to find a way to fit it in there without actually.
Greg, what'd you end up getting, buddy?
I got the Dinobots. I got Grimlock the Voyager. What's his fucking name? Slag, Scorn. What's his name? Slog.
Slog.
And then I got the next day. And I am of the opposite camp as Bobby. I like the dinosaur mode. I mean, it is what it is.
Of who?
Of Grimlock.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I thought it was Grimlock. I'm sorry.
You may have.
It's not bad. I mean, for what it is, I mean, you take into consideration everything. I do agree there's some issues, like, with pegging. Like, the tail should have had more than just one fucking peg. But, I really like Scorn a lot in both modes, especially his robot mode. He feels good. He's got tight joints. Like, he just kind of looks cool. He's like this little scrappy badass. And Slogs, what did you say, Bobby? He can't help himself for getting in the way of himself.
He can't get out of his own way.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you in robot mode, and then in dinosaur mode, he looks cool sitting there with the other two, but you can't really do anything with him.
Yeah.
Like, at least with Scorn, you, like, move his head all around. And,
yeah,
like,
his head is on the money, so to speak.
And, like, with Grimlock, like, you can do little things with his hands. You can do, like, this little, like, tentative little, like, Mr. Burns kind of deal. Make him talk like Skeletor. Like, hit the little button, like, He-Man, But, yeah, the Slog one, like, you just kind of sit him there and leave him. If I have a regret out of the three of them, that's my regret.
Gotcha. Justin?
Well, the only one I've got is Evasion Mode Optimus, and I gotta say, I don't know. I don't think he's necessarily the best Voyager Movieverse Prime we've got. I think most of the people loving him are simply loving him because of that alt mode, which to me, I've got better representations of that G1 alt mode, so that doesn't do anything for me. And, honestly, like, the price of it is $25, and I look at it and go, God, that's like a quarter of a really awesome third-party figure that I could buy. And, something I want way more than this toy. And I feel like all around the board, I am super dissuaded on getting any of these toys because they've all jumped up in price. And that's, I don't know, like, they're smaller and they're more expensive. It's just super disappointing. So.
Yeah. Matt, go ahead, profess your love.
Well, I got Scorn and Slog a week before they came out. So I already had those, and I love them. Like I said, Slog is probably the least likable one of all of them, but I still really like him. I mean, I like his alt mode, and I like his robot mode. I got Evasion Optimus also, and I'm saying with Justin, it's just I wish he would have came out brown. And, like he is in the movie, instead of I get the whole G1 thing, not to that, which is pretty cool. But they could have saved that for a later issue. If they would have done the shit brown, I think that would have been pretty awesome. And I got the Voyager Grimlock too, and I really like him. Like I said, I like the Dinobots so far, and I'm looking forward to the other ones.
For what it's worth, Matt,
and I'll be getting some other stuff. What's that?
I was going to say, for what it's worth, I do have a couple ideas on how you could make that Optimus Prime brown. But,
wiping my ass with it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought about it, but,
Well, you thought about it first, and that's what matters.
Yeah.
I got Scorn, Slog. Well, I didn't get them. I got them for my daughter.
Mm-hmm. That excuse can only hold up so far, Bobby. I'm just.
My daughter graduated preschool, and so we went around a couple stores.
Congratulations.
That's what she picked out. Yeah, but I tell you what, every time these fucking kids turn around, they gotta get $20 from me. Now you need cap and gown for preschool? Fucking $20? Like, you know what I mean? Like what first grade graduation, second grade graduation? Are we gonna do this every year? Like high school, fine, I get it, wonderful. Let's do it. Let's do it up. Let's do it big. But anyway, that's another point. But anyway, so she, I took her out to do something special or whatever, and that's what she picked out. And initially, I was just like, okay, one, and then she picked out two, and I was like, okay, fine, you can get all the deluxes. And then she was like, well, I really need a Grimlock, and she gave me the same eyes that cat in the fucking Shrek movie gives you.
Nice.
And I was no good. So she went home with all of them. And so I asked her if I could mess with him a little bit, and I think the Slog works pretty well as a Triceratops. He's a little small, but he kind of looks right. I don't know. And then in robot mode, he kind of looks right too. He just can't get out of his own way. he's got shit all over the place, and it's hard to fuck with him because there's always something else of him that he's bumping into. Scorn, I think is probably the most solid of them all around. But my problems with him is that the articulation of his legs in dinosaur mode bothers me, and then the proportions of the lower half of his body in robot mode bother me. And then, but other than that, he's pretty solid. The way that they articulated his neck and head is fucking on the money. And then there's that slap attack or whatever it is, fucking swoop, which is so stupid. And but I did review him. I think I put it up next week. But I make him do the slap attack to SXS gears, which is pretty awesome. And what else did I got her the Grimlock, which I do not like. I think the robot mode is like it'll do. It's solid, but it's there's shit hanging off his forearms and shit hanging off here and shit hanging off there. But his T-Rex mode I really hate. I really just feel like there's nothing that goes the way. There's nothing that locks down, so to speak. Like it's all loosey-goosey. The ribs don't quite lock into any kind of place. The fucking flaps on his back don't really quite lock down in any fucking place.
Actually, while we were talking, I'm messing with Grimlock and I actually found something I think we missed.
What's that?
Well, because I was never pegging in the knee pads to the flap. There's holes for it, and now he's like solid as a rock. Like the tail didn't even unpeg in the middle.
No, I know what you're talking. They're like two black pegs.
Are they? Do they got to be black? Let's see. No, they're gray. They're gray pegs. They're on his knee pads.
On the T-Rex knee, or they're on it?
Yeah. Well, no, the robot knee.
But my problem is the shit that sits on top of his legs.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. If you peg it into the shit that sits on the top of the legs, funny story, it all holds together pretty well. Well, okay, I will give you that thing on his back still.
Right.
Is weird, but I mean,
And then I feel like the front part of him is so like heavy, and then like the back is just kind of like I don't know. I just feel like it's a mess.
Well,
I feel like
he's not a T-Rex though. He's not a T-Rex in the movie. He's a Carnosaurus or whatever.
But they're all proportioned fairly the same.
Well, the picture I found has a little more top and front.
I've never seen anything that looks like that.
Well, I would hope not. They've been fucking dead for how long?
Well, even in an artist.
You're living in the wrong part of town.
Right. But anyway, I'm not impressed overall. I think that there's parts that work with all of them, but I don't know.
Why? Because they're not G1?
No.
Oh,
that's
boy,
not why. There's like
Here we go.
No,
I had to say it.
The Transformers Prime Wheeljack, Transformers Prime RC, I was impressed with both of those. So it's not just G1.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
So, whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am, of course, your host, Oscar Alonso, for this special installment of Shattercast Uncut. Me and a good friend of mine, Greg, for mercy, like to call my 2 cents. Whip out your 2 cents and try to chime in if you'd like, because frankly, we don't care. We're going to be discussing topics today. Well, fuck it. The topic for this week that we were basically raging about not too long ago is, of course, scalping. We've talked about it before on the podcast, but we like to go a little bit more in depth and give our final 2 cents on the subject matter. Greg, thoughts?
Well, you know what? I spend way too much time out of my life in a couple of trading groups. And basically what I do is I make sure everybody gets a fair shake. Scumbags, scalpers, whatever. They get the boot. Probably the biggest waste of time I do is on my lunch breaks at work. I work next to a Toys R Us, so I go over there and I look and see if I can find things people want. Not just Transformers, but Marvel and Ninja Turtles and Barbie cars and, the ilk. And, I don't ask for a thing for it, and that's fine. I don't expect some big fucking reward. I mean, whatever. I do it because I do it. If I see something when I'm out, I buy it. And then I get home today and I see this motherfucker in Benton, Arkansas went to the Toys R Us in his town, the 2 of them, bought up all 10 of those fucking Masterpiece Grimlocks that just fucking came out today for $64.95-ish with tax. And
talk about a great price for that figure.
$150 fucking dollars on TFW, and has the nerve to say, if you leave a negative comment, I'm gonna tell the mods.
Not the merge.
But he did get put in his place by Soul Fury, so shout out to Soul Fury. But yeah,
Fury of
it's
Soul.
me off.
Now, I want to talk about my personal interaction with this. At first, I want to talk about, because I did private message this individual, and I basically wrote him, I think it's really low what you're doing. Report me all you want. You really do make the rest of us fans look bad. He replied with, well, you can just go fuck yourself. That's about as educated guess as seeing a grown man with a fucking mohawk that's actually been braided. I'm taking pot shots, James, because I love you. But the fact of the matter is, when you come across a situation like this and you have to deal with a scalper, you have to ask yourself one question. Do you really want to support someone like this? Whether it be a Legends class figure that they're selling for $35 shipped, each individual Legends class, Commander class figures, whatever the fucking size class that they are, or are you going to sit there and pay ass over pocket for something that's fucking, in the end of it, it's nothing more than a fucking toy, and the worth of that toy is up for you to decide, and no one else. Does he have a right to sit there and sell these things for about $150? No, he fucking doesn't, but you know what? Someone out there is desperate enough, damn near fucking lazy enough, to go ahead and pony up this cash, and that's the fucking sad thing. This is why scalpers come into play about this shit. When you have people like Greg from Mercy over here, who I can attest to, and no, I'm not being fucking biased, but would you be fucking surprised if I was? After all, call me crazy. It's not like we do a podcast together, right, Greg? The fact of the matter remains is numerous times he's gone to Toys R Us and fucking not just PM me on Facebook, but sent me a text on my phone asking me, hey man, they got Sandstorm here. You still want one? Just send me the money now. And almost instantaneously through the beauty that is PayPal, I pay him, not just for the figure, but for shipping as well. When he would have every goddamn fucking right in the world to sit there and say, well, I gotta tack on like $2 or $3 extra bucks, bro. I need gas money, compensation, or a fucking finder's fee on top of that. See, the fact of the matter is, we got a lot of fans in the fandom that do try to help each other out, but they kind of get phased out. Why? Because cocksuckers like this douchebag who decided he needs to buy out the fucking inventory. And no, I may not live in the same state as this guy, but at the same time, you know what? You can't pull a stunt like this and expect not to get any shit about it. It's like a pathetic form of affluenza he's fucking suffering from, which is pathetic. He sits there and thinks just because he's got the shit, he's not gonna get shit for it. Dude, you kinda are. You can't pull a stunt like this and not think there's gonna be a reaction to it at all. Regarding a fandom who, according to friends of mine, is almost as rabid as the Star Wars fandom of all things. So you're essentially pissing gasoline into a fire. But nevertheless, I don't want to keep on rambling about this shit. I'll just cut to the point. My thoughts on scalpers in general are period. It's not scalping if you were to sit there and buy up all 10 of those boxes and ship them to people you know for cost plus shipping, or just sell them to fellow fans for cost plus shipping. It's not scalping. You're actually doing a good deed throughout the fandom. Not to mention, you get yourself a fucking good name out there and you build a positive reputation. Shit like this will make you infamous, and frankly, I'd rather be famous than infamous, if you ask me. My personal experiences with scalpers in the past resorted to a point when I was at Target, back when the whole Beast Hunter Shockwave shit hit the fan. Remember that, Greg?
Yo, I remember it.
So basically, my friend Greg over here, my constituent, my fellow co-host, my sometimes lover, helped me get my hands on a Beast Hunter Shockwave without having to pay the outrageous $55 price tag that places on eBay were fucking selling. Hell, Toy Arena, a place I used to do business with back in the day, at one point was selling Fall of Cybertron Grimlock for $60 shipped. You know who's dumb enough to buy it off of them? Two thumbs and is pointing to himself right now. That's this guy right here.
I remember you doing that too. I remember that.
The sad part is, but the thing was, you know what? I really wanted it. And I knew I was basically paying more than I should have, but I really wanted the figure. Was it a disappointment? Yeah, you bet your sorry ass it fucking is. But you know what? That was my experience with it from there on out. Now, back to the story at hand. Greg hooked me up with his good friend of ours named Anthony. I don't think we should spit out his last name. I don't know, whatever. But, Anthony basically got me a Shockwave for cost plus shipping from his local Target. I mean, hell, the guy shipped it to me in a shoebox, which had lovely striped decoration on it. And the package was, and he was of course shipped in the box, and Greg knows me more than anybody, my thoughts of shipping me something in a fancy box. Yeah, it looks pretty. It'll look really pretty in the bottom of my fucking trash can. Anyway. The fact of the matter remains is like 2-3 weeks later, I go to my Target And they had a shitload of shockwaves there. So I go, you know what? I'll come back tomorrow when I got some loose cash and see if anyone from the groups needs them. I go back there the next day, they had like 2 left. So I go ahead and I pick one up because I was gonna pick it up for another guy in the groups. In comes this kid with his father. Essentially, the kid wants shockwave. The dad goes, well, I gotta buy you clothes first, buddy. Why don't you put that back? And after you try on some clothes, we get some clothes, daddy will buy that for you. That way, mom won't be mad. So anyway, so the kid basically leaves out, walks away with his dad to go try on some clothes. Just do what dad asked. He was gonna earn his little toy. And in comes this big, mouth-breathing, balding, freaking gelatinous looking, sorry excuse for a human being. As he waddles down the freaking aisle, I see his shopping cart just full of Monster High doll figures, some G.I. Joe stuff, some Power Ranger stuff, and almost instantaneously I look at him and I go, either the biggest geek in the world, or he's a scalper. He looked at the shockwave because I had one in my hands, and he picked it up and he goes, I get like $50 for this shit, easy. And I intervened and I go, hey, dude, why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you put that back? That belongs to some boy that's coming around that, is going to basically be getting that, because he's listening to his dad. It ain't here. This shit's mine. Why don't you give him yours? I'm like, well, I'm picking this up for a friend. I already have one myself. Well, why don't you give him yours? Tell your friend to go fuck himself. I reply back, well, you know what? How about I just take it from you before this shit just gets stupid? And he's like, who do you think you're talking to like that? Before he could finish breathing out the word like that, I basically snacked it out of his hand and put it back on the shelf. He and I had some fucking words and ended with me pushing this bulbous bastard, which when he landed, I swear to God, Greg, I thought the guy was gonna fall straight to hell. But either way, in the end, he got his tubby ass up, walked over, and in came the fucking dad with the kid. The kid's looking at it, he grabs it right off the shelf. But friggin', the guy, the father looks at the guy with all the fucking shit, the scalper, and he goes, what the fuck was up with that? I'm like, well, I sat there and I told him, like, yeah, this guy's a scalper, this is how they operate. He's like, wow, that's some douchey shit, man. But hey, I appreciate it, dude. I'm like, oh, it's not really a problem. Could I have sat there and just been like, you know what, why don't you take it, sell that for $50+ and the idiot that buys it from you hope will regret it in the end. Kinda like I do with my Grimlock, and I could have given the kid mine. Yeah, I probably could have gone that route, but I chose to sit there and let this guy know that, hey, anyway, in this target, scalping's not gonna be tolerated.
Well, and you know what gets me? You can bitch about them all day long, but the people that defend these motherfuckers, that's what gets me. Like, the thing that keeps getting spit out is, why does it bother you? You just don't buy it. I'm like, yeah, I won't buy it. It's like, the guy's just going to end up with fucking 10 of them and can't sell them. His loss. Like, it's not his loss. It's the loss of all these people that are going to the store to try to buy one. Yep. And now they're going to have to turn around and buy it online from, Big Bad Toy Store or whatever, and they're still going to end up paying way more than it should be. And,
yep.
Yeah, so if this guy sits on them, so fucking what? Like, think about somebody else, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Think about somebody else that's going into that store. And I even feel bad when I buy up all the Sandstorms, the Acid Storms, the whatever. I mean, I got like 3, sound waves in the store for people, and I even felt bad doing that. And there are days where I go, you know what, I'm going to stop doing this because I'm kind of a hypocrite because I'm taking it away from local people too.
Yep.
But I'm not making a penny off of it.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's a different.
I'm just as bad as they are. The only difference is I'm not profiting from it.
Yeah. But the thing is, you're kind of doing something that we would look at it in a completely different light. That say individual sat there goes, oh, well, how's that affect you? He sat there goes, oh, but if he was a seller at retail, he'd be a bro. You're fucking right, he would be a fucking bro, dude, because he's not sitting there asking somebody for $150 fucking dollars for something that retails at $59.99. That's the problem. Just like the jackass that sat there and bought up all those Masterpiece Thundercrackers at Toys R Us and was trying to flip them on the TFW boards for $140. I need to be compensated for gas, goddammit, and shipping. This shit, shipping big bastards like this isn't fucking cheap. That guy got banned after a few strings were fucking pulled, man. This guy's gonna end up the same way. This same fucking jerk off is gonna end up going the same fucking way.
I don't know.
I hope it does. And if people want to defend them, that's fine. You know what? They have different viewpoints and shit like that. If people are considered quote unquote friends of them, man, that's fucking fine too, man. That's cool. You know what? In the end, man, what they're doing is fucking wrong and it's a dick move. And they can't expect to do something like this and not be called out for it.
Yeah. It is the truth. It's the fucking truth. I don't know, man. Like, shit like this, like, you think you know which way this, quote-unquote fandom is gonna go. and you just assume that everybody's going to agree. And it just blows my mind. Like, anytime an issue like this comes up, no matter what it is, like whether it's scalpers or like, you know, shady business practices or a cat trying to headbutt me when I'm talking, I always think that, like, people are going to use common sense and know it's fucked up. And sure enough, someone always comes along and fucking defends the motherfucker, and it surprises the fuck out of me. And I'm not talking about you, who you think I'm talking about you. I'm talking about, like, a couple of people in the Facebook groups, and it's just fucking, I don't, it just bugs the fuck out of me. It's actually a pretty bad fucking mood.
The sad part is, though, the people that do defend them, like, you know, for the exception of certain people, who we quoted earlier, you know, I think a lot of those people are just doing it for the sake of being a fucking contrarian, which is basically the worst argument you can fucking try to prove. Like, well, I'm gonna go against the grain because fuck you, that's why. When in the end, you know it's fucking wrong.
We had a question on YouTube, which I really wish Oscar was here for, but it's why is it so difficult for either Hashtag or third party to give a good Voyager or bigger than normal deluxe Seeker? And we'll just go down the list. Antoine, do you have thoughts on that?
I guess not.
Okay. Justin?
Well, Hasbro and Takara, I think the whole reason stems from that they want to save money, so things are getting progressively smaller. So any Seeker we'd see now is probably going to be smaller than what we had previously. Anyway, for third party, there's really no excuse aside from, I guess maybe you could argue like a whole bunch of places are gun shy at the fact that, you know, everybody might jump on this, kind of like, you know, you got 3 Predakings and like Seekers seem so obvious.
Right.
So maybe they're so obvious nobody's doing them, you know?
Yeah. Matt?
Yeah, I think I responded to him, and
okay.
Same thing what Justin said. You know, what Hasbro and Takara doing, they're just, it's just the change of times. I mean, they're going to be smaller, and they're going to go up in price probably. Hope not. I mean, I hope they stay the same price. And if you can wait out for a little while, they will go down to like $10. Walmart will knock them down to $10 or something. As far as, like you said, third party, there shouldn't be no reason. I mean, they're charging so much already anyways. I wouldn't know why they wouldn't just, go all out for a great Voyager anyway. So,
Greg?
I'm so sick of Seekers. Right? Aren't the eye gear ones, aren't those Voyager?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then there you go. Quit bitching. How many Seekers do you have? How many more do you fucking need?
Well,
I mean, seriously, though.
I like the Masterpiece Seekers.
I like them too.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of where I have for my main Seekers. I have the Masterpiece Seekers, and then the big 3, and then Sunstorm and Acid Storm, and then I have the Eye Gear Coneheads, and that's what I use for my Seekers, and then, my main Seekers, because then I have the other Seekers over there, and then the other Seekers over there, and whatever. Those are my main team.
Thundercracker.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing is that I think the Raptors aren't necessarily what some people are looking for when it comes to the Seekers, because you want that F-15 alt mode, not the whatever the Falcon or whatever the Raptors are.
Right.
So that's just my stance on that. Why they're
Antoine,
not good.
You're back now. Did you have a thought on the Seeker?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think have
back off the mic a little bit.
Whoa.
What?
Back off the mic.
Yeah, back off the mic, man.
What?
You were blowing
Nothing.
speakers out. You were
Nothing.
loud.
Do what you gotta do, man.
Go ahead.
What? What?
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh.
He just said, "Fuck y'all." What?
No. I was gonna say that. I think Hasbro has already have a set thing that they're gonna do, and I think third party. I don't think there should be no limit. I guess so.
Gotcha. I shout out to Trent Spy though. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
So
Shut up.
So yeah, man. I think that me personally, I think the Masterpiece are a good set. I could probably be talked into something that was a bit smaller. But I'm a sucker for Seekers. I'm a sucker for the aesthetic of them standing together, and I know I'm speaking for Oscar as well. So I'd probably be in for another set. Who the fuck knows? But I think the masterpiece is a good. If you're looking for something that's bigger than, the normal size deluxes, I think it's a good way to go. I think the problem is for people that want the Voyager Seekers. That's really where the open market is, and you have to get the Raptors, but it's not right. It's not the G1 look, which is the problem, and I get that. That is kind of frustrating. But I guess what was that company that was doing Starscream? Antoine?
Or Starburst?
Yeah, so they might be doing Voyager size Seekers.
TFC's also toyed with the idea of making Air Raid, I think it was, from
That's right.
into it. So, and that would work. I mean, he's
Absolutely.
a good scale. So,
and then we had a discussion topic from James as well, which was do you have that handy, Greg?
I thought you had it. Jesus. Yeah, hold on. Let me pull it up.
I can get it too. Hold on, I can get it.
How you like that picture there, Bobby? 2 things you hate: Cloth Head Cobra Commander and Voyager Grimlock.
I don't hate Cloth Head Cobra Commander. I just prefer Visor Head Cobra Commander.
That is pure win right there, man. I don't give a fuck what you say. Pure fucking win.
I think I'm pulling that. Okay.
I got it. I got it right here.
Okay.
The feeling that collectors feel. The rush we all feel when the new package arrives, or you see the toy on the shelf that keeps us collecting. I have no idea what you're talking about. For some, can become dangerous to the point of going into debt. What advice would you give other collectors to help keep them from crossing over from a fun hobby to potentially hazardous addiction?
Damn.
That actually is a really good question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of seekers.
Yeah. Antoine, do you have any advice?
Wow, this is like the age-old question. Like, how do you balance your money between the stuff you see in the store or stuff you order online? And like for most of the official stuff, you probably can get in the store anyway if you wait for it.
Plus your regular hierarchy of needs, fucking clothing.
So I mean,
food,
if
shelter.
you don't want to shell out $10-15 for shipping, you might as well just wait. With third party, you got to order online. So yeah.
Well, like, what do you draw the line anywhere? Like, do you set parameters or anything to kind of say like?
Yeah, like I don't buy every figure. I just buy, the figures I actually want that fulfill my nostalgia.
But like Scorn doesn't fulfill your nostalgia.
No, but
You put Antoine on the spot?
Just right.
I can back Antoine up with Scorn.
Okay.
It's Dinobots. It's having a cohesive set of Dinobots. Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket. Yeah.
It's not the shut up. I mean, it's not the Dinobots, but it's something.
Right. Greg, what about you, buddy?
Well, everyone makes fun of me, or not even make fun of me, but they give me shit because I sell stuff. But that's what I do. I don't have money to spend on this shit. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times it's tight for me, and I don't spend my money. Like I buy stuff and I sell stuff and I trade stuff, and I do what it takes to get something I want. Like if there's something I want that's coming out, then I'm gonna make some cuts, and I'm gonna let something go and make some space for it, or find a way to get the money. So really for me, this is kind of a moot point because I don't put that much personal money into it. I mean, every once in a while, I'll pick something up. Like if we got a little extra money, I'm at the store and, I see like a Dinobot or something, I'll pick it up. Well, not these. I use my PayPal for that. But anyway, like I don't really put a lot of personal money into it. So I don't really have a concern. I mean, it's just things. And, if I have to get rid of them, I have to get rid of them. But yeah, I know that's not the answer that you wanted, but
what about
good
answer you deserve.
What about you, Matt?
Just use common sense. I mean, if you have to go in debt because of Transformers, you have problems. I'm fortunate enough that I have a job where I can buy some extra stuff here and there. But if it came down to where I couldn't eat or pay my bills, or Lisa would divorce me, it'd be I would quit collecting because there's you will always find this stuff. Even in the store, the stuff in the stores, you will find it eventually. At Fred's or something, for $5 or something.
And
So
he's
if
not
you-
asking. He's not asking for him because
Right.
he just sold his collection. He just any advice you would give to any collectors out there.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, but it just use common sense. I mean, just don't go into debt because of this stuff. I mean, come on now. That's what I would think.
Justin, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess, I mean, everybody else kind of already said it. The most important thing is to take care of the things that actually matter over toys first, like
Yeah.
your mortgage, whatever bills, anything like that. Like, definitely don't be, like, stupid and go after toys. But then, for someone like me, like, I like getting new stuff, of course, and there's lots of expensive third-party stuff, and it comes down to, like, doing what Greg does, like, either sell the old stuff, or if you're not willing to sell it, then only put a limit on, what you're willing to spend every month. Like, I dropped a ton of pre-orders. I'm like, all right, these upcoming months are going to be super expensive. What do I really want that I can afford? I can go back and get the other stuff later if I still want it, There's stuff that's come and gone, and I don't even miss the fact that, like, I didn't get in on the pre-order on it, Like, so, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, Justin, you actually did something that kind of made me. I'm sorry, not to cut in. That actually kind of made me a little proud with the sound mixer. Like you sold your device label blaster,
Yeah.
and you bought a comparable, better product.
Exactly. Like, and granted, I didn't get the entire amount of money to get, the Unique Toys sound mixer, but it took out a huge blow when I only had to pay like $30 for them versus, whatever. So
You could have bought fucking Leader Grimlock with that money.
yeah, and there's somebody else who's out there who's probably quite happy with my device label sound blaster or whatever his name was. Yeah,
Flinkcast, I think.
device label blaster. Yeah, whatever.
Just blaster.
Rod band.
So
What I usually do is, well, for the most part, and I because the thing is that there is that rush when you walk in and you see shit you haven't seen before, and you're just like, yeah.
Especially now, yeah.
Especially now because there's been such a drought for so long. It's always that after Christmas drought, and then everything hits so heavy, and it's like, well, fuck, I want to get this just because I want to get something, which is what we give Greg a hard time for. That, like, he just wants to get something. He doesn't give a fuck what it is at a certain point, and then you'll see him flip it later, and then he'll get something that he really enjoys.
The misconception there is, like, a lot of times I just want to play with the shit.
Right? No, we know that, but that doesn't create a good fucking joke.
How about? Well, never mind. That after I just came up with names for the after Christmas lull, but I'll share those in the chat.
But anyway, so what I set parameters. So, like, for the most part, I try to only collect G1 stuff. Not necessarily G1 figures, but G1 representations. So, like, I'm not going to get. Is everybody there?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get any of this movie stuff because I don't collect movie stuff. I like the Transformers Prime RC and I like the Transformers Prime Wheeljack, but I don't have those because I don't like. It's not that I don't like them. I think that they're awesome, but I'm not going to collect any Transformers Prime stuff because it's just not what I collect. The only time that I start to stray from that is I love IDW so much that sometimes I get swayed that way, and then I'm a Seeker fan, so sometimes I get swayed that way, and then I'm a Stunnicon fan, so sometimes I get swayed that way. But for the most part, I'm pretty good about it. There's stuff that comes out all the time in Transformers that I'm like, man, there's this part of me that even wants these Dinobots, and I've put my hands on them. I know exactly what they are. There's a part of me that still wants them just because it's like, all right, it's a different crew of Dinobots. I can kind of get behind this. But you got to draw the line somewhere. Is the advice that I would give collectors is just, set parameters for yourself, and then you could be like, man, like I do the same thing with Scale too. Like, I want the Mania King, but he just doesn't fit into my collection. So it's like, no, I'm not gonna get it.
Also, I want to add this: save up. If you save $20 a week, out of your paycheck or whatever, that adds up eventually. If you want like third party stuff, you can get a third party thing in a month. If you save up $20, you're talking about $100 right there, almost. And so just save up for it.
And I am right with you there, Matt. Like it's no surprise I'm on GMC, and I gotta say, like, there's certain people on that podcast who complained about not being able to get their Hercules, and it's like, but every time you come back, you're like, well, I got, Voyager, Evasion Mode Optimus, and Grimlock, and a Lego set, and 2 deluxes. I'm like, there's your freaking Hercules limb right there for something that you supposedly so badly want, and you're getting all what, things that you're going to be able to probably find on a trade spread for $5-10, 6 months from now.
Just prioritizing.
Right. And if someone is active, like in these groups, like the Facebook groups, which are the new boards, as I am, like I preach that shit all the time when people complain and they're like, "Well, third party, it costs so much," and I'm like, "Well, don't buy your fucking Cyberverse, don't buy a fucking movie figure."
Yeah. You'll find that stuff cheaper later. I mean, Walmart will not. Like I said, Walmart's starting at $15 right now. A couple months from now, especially around Christmas, you're going to see them around $9.99.
And your Five Belows and your Ollies and your
there's going to be Bumblebees and Crosshairs and slap attack swoops at your Five Belows.
Even third party stuff.
You'll see them eventually.
Yeah, even third party stuff.
I mean, Greg, how much did you get that Hypernova for when you bought him?
I don't want to talk about that. Well,
you got him for significantly less than he was going for retail, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it was part of a trade, and you're looking at what I paid for said item versus what the quote-unquote secondary market value now is,
right?
Which is almost double. But yeah, when you really look at it, I mean,
there's ways to get these toys, and some of them, sure, they're going to be more limited than others, but like Hercules members, like limbs are going for like $50-$60 versus the $100 they were when they came out. So, like follow
you can
TFW.
For like $450, I think, right?
Well, and here's my thing with Prometheus. Like, I mean, I'm taking on 3 combiners at a time right now, but look at Uranus on TF Source. Well, for those of you who are into that sort of thing, like they do bundle deals where you can get like 2 limbs for like $120.
Yeah,
and that's probably. I mean, I got Gumball just to see what I wanted to see what the game was like. Like, I just took a peek at the rules, and then once they start coming out, like I'll look for these deals because I'm not going to pay that much for each one. Like, I don't have to have it that bad. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I have to have it, but I don't have to have it that bad. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just get it eventually.
Just to be smart.
Yeah. Well, it's like the combiners. Like, even like you look at some of the ones I have, and I told, like, Kid asked me when I got Hercules, asked me, she's like, how much did those cost when they came out? And I told her, and I thought she was going to flip, but she's like, well, you didn't pay that much for them. And I'm like, no, I didn't. Like, I got them cheaper. I waited, and I got a deal on it, and I found a way to get the money, and I got it. You know what I mean? And that's what's going to happen. One day I'm going to sell that and buy that $13,000 Optimus Prime statue that I'm going to have.
Right. But yeah, like third party is getting more, like I said, before when third party started coming out, it was limited. It's hard to get them a little bit. But now they're getting more mass, production of them. So you will find them eventually later.
Yeah.
You don't have to have them right now.
No.
But,
there's still like, there's companies that I would advise hopping on pretty early.
So about not stay in business.
Well, no, not so much that, but just like your fans' toys, your fans' project, because that make toy shit like that, because that's the shit that ends up going up, substantially. So like that's the stuff that like I'm like you might want to get in at the ground level, but the rest of this stuff like the high gear stuff and a lot of the high gear stuff and a lot of the Transbots and this one and that one and KFC and all that, you can find people selling, especially in the groups, Cybertron Cafe and so the Transformers trade chat and all that shit. Like there's like I just sold fucking my iGear Swerve and Gears, and I sold them both for like 65, which is it's fair. You know what I mean? Like it's like I spent probably like 80 to 85. Take $20 off because they're older. They've been out of the box. I've played with them, and
they're not necessarily the most desirable versions of those characters.
And I feel like a lot of times in the groups, people are a little bit more cognizant of the real world. Like, why the fuck am I going to pay more money for something on eBay that's been used?
Right. Yeah.
Like imagine going to like a car and like you can get like a new car for $10,000, or you can get the used car for $20,000.
When
you know what I mean?
Yeah, but you feel like you didn't rip off the person, and you don't feel like you got ripped off. So
exactly,
it's a win-win deal.
Yeah. So anyway, shout out as always to Dub K for your third party and official Transformer needs.
Well, and Dub K, hold on. For all you Hasbro junkies out there that are worried shit's going to be canceled.
Hail Hasbro.
Tell Hasbro. He's going to be getting the scrapnel and the tailgate in next week. So they're
Nice.
$15 shipped each. It'll be a little less if you buy both. So, save your time, save your hassle, and buy them from him.
Yep.
Damn it.
And shout
Or I'll
out to
kill you.
Morgan at I Am Ratchet for all your G1 nostalgic fixes that you may
Yeah,
need.
you like mint and sealed box? This motherfucker will give you mint and sealed box.
Yep.
He'll put your box in the box in the box.
So we apologize. Oscar's going through some shit on his end, and he's got we're a team. He just couldn't make it tonight, and he'll be back when he can be back. And
Unless he really is dead.
Unless he really is dead, in which case, we're gonna have a Kickstarter to try to get some money to try to revive him.
Yes. Shout out to Oscar.
Shout out to Oscar. But yeah, so you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Blogspot, Stitcher, Podomatic. Just search Shattercat Uncut. iTunes. Just
Truck
search
stop
Shattercat.
bathroom.
Truck stop bathrooms. Just search Shattercast Uncut and
give us more questions too. We got good. We've been getting good questions lately, so
yeah. So
ask us anything. Like I said, we'll answer anything.
We appreciate it, and we appreciate the support that we've gotten from a lot of people, and it's been pretty awesome to do it. We're enjoying doing it, so as long as you guys enjoy listening, we'll continue to do it. And
fuck yeah,
yeah. So as Oscar would say, and Jerry Springer before him. Just great minds thinking alike. Take care of yourselves and each other.
You've been shattered.